So some of that comes from a really strange story of Noah, the guy that built the big boat and saved his sons and like brought two of each animal onto the boat. That guy, afterward, there's this weird story where he drinks a little too much wine, and his son Ham comes and sees him naked, and instead of covering him up, he goes and tells his brothers, his two brothers. His brothers come in and cover him up, and Noah wakes up and he's apparently so mad at Ham for not covering him up in the first place that he curses Ham and his son Canaan. And says that Canaan will always be the servant of the sons of these other sons of Noah. It's a very weird story. This one comes from Genesis chapter 9, verse 18, in case you want to go read it for yourselves. So the interesting thing about that story is this wasn't from the story, but slavery supporters claimed that Ham and Canaan were black. And that the story proves that it's God's will that Africans were meant to be slaves. Now, this is impossible because Noah's three sons were all from the same woman. They must have all been the same race. Why? This is one of those weird things that is just unexplainable in history. Why they started to put that part into the story to kind of make a point, to say, to prove their point, even though it's not in the story at all. This, I'm going to give you a plug now. This is a perfect example of people not bothering to read the story themselves. They would hear from someone who wanted you to believe that slavery was what God wanted. And that person would lie to you and say, and Canaan was black, and therefore that proves everything. And the people would say, oh, it must be, that guy seems smart and he told me that. And they wouldn't go and read the Bible. This happened for a lot of reasons. It was kind of believed that, you should leave reading the Bible to the priests, and you should, a lot of people were illiterate at the time. We don't have, we have a much better education system now. So people just didn't read it for themselves, and they believed what the people said. That is, as a teacher, that is a huge reason why I want you guys to be able to read and understand what you're reading and be willing to read long and difficult things so that people can't lie to you. It's really important. I'm working really hard to make this country decent, and I need you guys, when you pick up the torch from me and the rest of us old people, I need you to be able to carry it on yourself. Okay, there's some other things in the Bible